So inheritance, is this something that you think you're going to get? Well, if you think you're going to get it, maybe, because this is what a lot of people in the older years are starting to do. Is they've got money they want to give to their kids. So Anthony, if you are one of those people, what should you be doing with your money?
If you're a person that's planning on passing money down to the next generation, and there's a lot of research that shows that the baby boomers who are the retirees right now are planning on passing on a lot of money to help their younger children or their grandchildren become more established. And what I'm showing you here today is the people who are in this situation where they intend to pass money down typically have it sitting in a savings account, this money, and it's earning very low interest rates, and the interest that you earn gets taxed. So it's a great intentions to pass on that wealth to your family, but this is a strategy that you can use to increase dramatically the size of the inheritance that's being passed down without any investment risk and without any taxation. So I'll walk you through
Which
this.
is
if
smart,
you want.
right? To just rather than just having it sitting there, as you said, not earning much, and potentially you're having to pay money on the money that it
On
is
the
making,
earnings,
right?
yes.
And this is great. 75% of baby boomers, 75% of them are planning to pass an inheritance down.
Yes, and I think it would be 100%. I think everybody, if they could, they would. So
Sure.
probably what's stopping them is just the lack of the money. So what I'm going to show you here is the typical scenario of people who I'm helping exercise this option are, I'll give you a walkthrough. So
Sure.
it's usually people who are in their 60s and older, who they've already lived their life. They kind of know where they stand, they're established, and they have surplus savings that they don't intend to use themselves. So this is money that's being used for the next generation. This money we find that is usually kept in savings accounts or GICs, and those types of accounts earn very little interest. And whatever little interest you do earn, because this is usually outside of an RSP and it's too big to put into a tax-free savings account, the earnings that you make on this money have to be reported as income tax each year as you earn it. So instead of doing this option, what we're doing is using an insured strategy to create the inheritance.
So how does that work?
What we do is we use the savings that you have available that's intended to pass down to the next generation. We use that to pay for a life insurance policy on the individuals. And by doing that, you instantly get a huge return on your inheritance. To give you an example, I used a quote for a couple who are at the age of 65. Husband and wife in this scenario are both 65.
Okay.
And they have $150,000 of surplus savings. Instead of just passing that down to their family when they pass away, what we're going to do is use that sum of money to pay for the insurance premiums. So I run a quote as a broker. I shop all the different companies to come up with the best plan. But in this policy, this couple were able to purchase a $250,000 policy for $4,500 a year. That's for the two of them combined. So for $4,500 a year in year one, you instantly have $250,000 plus the rest of the savings that you haven't used up yet.
Wow.
And over time, you can do some kind of projections to think, how long will I live for? And you can kind of backwards plan to see what kind of return you're getting on your money. So for TV, I've already done all the calculations. To give you an example, on this strategy of using the insured inheritance, if you were to pay this policy and pass away at age 80, you would have spent a total of $67,000 into this policy to get $250,000. And at that point in time, at that age, it's a 15% return that you've earned compounded on an annual basis.
Pretty good.
So to try and have this type of savings earn 15% is unrealistic. You're not going to get that without taking on market risk. So this is a guaranteed built-in return. Even if you look at the longer you live, at age 85, the return is 9% return. At age 90, if you were to pass away, you've still earned 5.75% return compounded on your money.
Wow.
So this is a way to boost the size of the inheritance and not have to incur any taxations because the insurance money pays out tax-free.
So this you get no matter what age you pass.
Whenever you pass away.
And then this is the increase in over and above.
Well, I'm showing you the accumulation of the payments. So if you were
Okay.
to pay that insurance policy, you're using the sum of the savings that you plan to pass on to your children. You're using that to make the payments each year. So depending on how long you live until will determine how much money you put into it. But no matter what happens from day 1 to the age 95 or however long you live until, you are guaranteed to pass down that $250,000.
Compared to this $150 that you're
yes.
paying money on each year because of the interest that it's getting.
Yeah, and it's a way to increase the size of it dramatically without taking on any investment risk. You don't have to worry about the market fluctuating your money. You don't have to worry about taxation that you have to pay. And another thing that sometimes people are concerned about, what if I want this money to use? So if I commit to this insurance plan, what if I ended up having a medical emergency and I need to access some of this money while I'm alive? We can set up, first of all, so that we don't use all of the savings. We can keep a section of the savings unused.
Which would be smart.
So that you can yourself can tap into it. But also we can create it so that the insurance policy can create a cash value that you can access money back out of the policy if you decide that you need it for an emergency purpose.
Seems like a win-win.
It is.
Yeah, smart.
Really is.
Of course it's
That's
smart,
why
Anthony.
I'm here.
That's why I was going to say, that's why you're here. You're making us smart with our money. Really good idea, because a lot of us don't think about this. So, brings to mind what we should be doing, how we can make more money with the money we have.
Well, it'll better
to leave
the next
behind.
generation and
which
do
is
it
great.
in an effective way.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're
For
welcome.
more information, if you need some help with your finances, you can check out Anthony at Cap Financial. You can go call 905-297-1179 or capfinancial.ca for more information.